Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, hi, my name is Wabosha and welcome to the Slay Squad. So now when I did the last video, that was the beginner's natural makeup routine, I got a lot of you guys requesting for an eyeshadow tutorial, a simple eyeshadow tutorial. And I know I said many of you guys, but you know, as influencers, once we hear one person, two people have asked, it is everyone and their grandfather wants a simple eyeshadow tutorial. And you know, here I am to deliver. So let's get straight into the video. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so I have already done my eyebrows. If you need a detailed eyebrow routine video, check out my previous video for beginners everyday makeup look. If you have any further questions after that, leave them in the comments and I will answer them for you guys. Next, now, or rather what the entire video basically is about, is your eyeshadow. And I've really thought of how best to make this the simplest eyeshadow tutorial ever, and I think I have it. We'll use only 3 colors and only one eyeshadow palette. So the palette that I'm going to be using today is this Glambition palette from Canvas Cosmetics. It is a Kenyan brand, so support Kenya by Kenya, hashtag hey. But yeah, it's a Kenyan brand and I really like the colors that are inside. This is how the palette looks on the inside. I just smelled heartache was coming. I almost dropped it. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to bring you guys in just a bit closer and then we can start on the eyes. Okay, so before you start doing your eyeshadow, it's really important to prime your eyes. Just like we primed our face before foundation, you want to also put a base so that your eyeshadow can sit properly. For this, you want to use a concealer that is just a bit lighter than your skin tone so that the colors can show up a bit more brightly. Or you can invest in an eye primer like the one that I have over here. This is by City Color. It's white and it works really well, especially if you're doing like the more neon colors and you want it to really show up bright. A white primer is best, but since you know it's a beginner makeup look, most of us probably already have concealer, so we're going to stick with concealer. I'm just going to apply this Age Rewind concealer on my eyelids like that. Should have probably been a bit neater with it but it's okay. Okay, so this is something that I've been doing because I feel like it really helps with the blend from your brows to your eyeshadow. I take my foundation, the exact match of your foundation, like that to the back of my hand, and a brush, and then you see this place where I've not applied the lighter concealer, I apply this there, and I feel like it really helps my eyeshadow look so much more blended right there. And also it lessens my work when it comes to blending my eyeshadow right in between this place, because I found that sometimes I'm scared to mess up my eyebrows, so I don't get too close in there when I'm blending. But then you see, if I do this, then I don't have this really light concealer shade over there. I just have it where I'll probably have color. Then to blend, now you use whatever you prefer. The neighbor's dog as usual, he is fine. He has like a sensor. Anytime I'm starting to film, that's when he starts to go off. So like I was saying, the concealer, you blend it with your brush or your beauty blender, whatever you prefer to use. If you're using a beauty blender, make sure you're using it damp so that you're not just taking away all the product from your eye. Just make sure everything is nice and evenly blended. So make sure that you blend your primer or your concealer really well so that your eyeshadow can sit nicely over it. So next up is this area that we put the foundation that is our skin color, the concealer that is our skin color. We're going to set that area first. So for this, you can use your face powder, or because this palette right here has a color that is my skin tone, that is what I'm going to use, and I'm just going to place it right there so that I can set that area. Just pressing it in, because you remember it's also a cream stroke liquid product. So cream stroke liquid products, make sure that you always use a powder to set them. So in as much as we're not really putting much color there, you want to make sure that it's set properly. Then you just blend it. Everything needs a lot of blending. Okay, so the next color that we're going to go with is this brown right here, and we're going to use this color as a transition shade. So for transition shades, make sure you use a big fluffy blending brush, and you use windshield wiper motions to blend. So it goes right above your crease like that, and you just use windshield wiper motions to just keep going back and forth. And with eyeshadow, remember, it is easier to add than to remove. So start with small amounts. This palette is really pigmented. So make sure that you start with a small amount and then you keep adding. So again, windshield wiper motions. Like that. You can also switch and do like little circular motions, but then going from one side of the eye to the other side of the eye, and you just repeat this step until you are satisfied with the blend. Remember, when we're filming tutorials, we normally cut out a lot of blending because you can only sit there and watch me do this for so long. So the blending time that you see on camera, just multiply it by like 3 or 4 and keep swiping until you are satisfied. Okay, so now you remember that brush that we used in the beginning, either with your face powder or the eyeshadow that's really close to your skin tone. Keep that close. This is your main cheek. You'll reach out to her a couple of times when you're blending. So I just like to, in between, go around my shades after application to blend them, because I don't want to take this brown all the way up here. So I just want to make sure that it is blended to that first shade up there. So as I keep adding my transition color and blending it, I go just around it like this and blend with this brush. This is that first brush that we used. Okay, so for now I think I'm satisfied with how that looks. Now we're going to go into our outer corner color. So for this color, typically you want to go with something darker, so like a darker or even when you're doing a smoky eye, it's usually black, like on the outer part. So here's where you want to really deepen. So for this look, I don't want to go with the typical black, so what we can use is this really dark maroon shade, and the brush that you want to use for this is smaller than the first one, so smaller, a bit more compact, so that you can only be able to get into your outer V area. Okay, so I'm just going to go there, trying to really keep it in this outer section, so you're almost like creating a V slightly into your crease, just a bit there, and then you just blend with little circular motions. Then you don't want, my eye is pretty small, so I don't have that much distance, but if you have like nice bigger beautiful lids, don't go too far in, because we need to put a shimmer color there. So just measure about a third like inside, and unafikisha color hapo pekee. Like, don't put this color so much on the inside, you want to concentrate it on the outer side. I don't know if I'm over explaining. I feel like I'm so poor at explaining things, but I'm trying. So if you understand, thumbs up the video so that I can know. Okay, so don't worry about this bottom part right here. We'll just clean it off with a wet wipe. But you remember that brush that I said is your main cheek now? You want to use that again to blend just the outer part where the color reaches, so that it's nice and gentle. So once you're satisfied with your blend, then you need a shimmer shade. The shimmer shade that we're going to be using today is this one right here. It is called Ambition, and the brush is a flat brush. So you want to look for a brush that is completely flat because we're not going to be doing any blending with it. So you just pick up your color and then carefully go on the lid part of your eye. Don't take it too far up, just, you know, depending on the size of your eye, you just want to keep it at the lid. And again, don't take it too far towards the outer section of your eye, just where they meet, right there. Then where they meet, what I like to do is just like flick like this. The best explanation I can give is to flick the glitter shade onto the other matte color so that it can blend. You can also just tap like that in between because you want it to look as if you're coming from a lot of color and then it's fading into the other one. Depending on how you do it, you might need to go back in with the same brush that you used on your outer corner and just slowly tap where the two colors meet. I'd suggest not adding any more shadow first, and if you do, start applying it from the outer corner going inward, like start from here so that you deposit most of the color there, because here you just want it to look like a nice gradient. And literally I think this is the easiest eyeshadow. 3 colors. I've tried not to use no cut crease, no anything complicated, just the eyeshadows, and then you apply it nicely in between. I find that the glitter shade naturally blends to the first color, or rather the second color that we used, that brown shade, so you don't really need to do a lot to it. It just works. Next up, we're going to be doing lashes. Lashes are the quickest way to elevate your eyeshadow game. You can do a basic eyeshadow look like this, but once you pop your lashes on, baby, body level 2000 activated instantly. I already showed you guys how I normally do this in the previous video, but in case you missed it, we can quickly go over it. So I just have my lash glue on my small, I don't know how to focus it, my small brush right there, and I'm just going to stamp this on my eyelid like I'm putting on eyeliner, completely at the bottom, slowly, no rush. So there we go. Take your time with this step because you don't want to get eyelash glue everywhere. You don't need that much lash glue either. Just make sure that you put a substantial amount at the end and towards the beginning, because that's where the eyelash usually starts lifting fast. The middle, your friends, almost always zero problem, but the ends, that's where it starts lifting fast. Then using your tweezers, you just pop on your lash. This type of application really makes it simple to put on lashes if you're struggling, so definitely give it a try. And just like that, you can see the difference between this eye and this other eye. Like this one literally looks naked. So pro tip, you need to conceal your lash band. Your lash band is that band where the false eyelashes are like stuck on. You need to conceal that, and for this you need a liner. You can use a liquid liner, you can use a gel liner, whatever liner you prefer. The liner that I have here today is the Maybelline Hyper Precise All Day liner, and you go in really close. I'm using my magnified mirror as usual for this because it allows me to see really precisely. And you just go where the lash ends and you just drag it really close, and it just creates, I don't know if I look down if you can see, it just makes a nice line where the eyelash is. That way it just looks like you have liquid liner underneath, and then you've popped on a lash. You don't see any of the glue. If some came spilling out, it just really helps conceal everything nicely. So I went ahead and did my face as well as my lips. On my lips, I am wearing Limuru by Jana K Cosmetics. You guys, when was the last time you guys saw me with a lip that's not nude? And this one is quite out there. I love it. I think it complements the look well. I don't know. But anyways, back to the eyes. So I'm going back into this eyeshadow palette right here, and I'm going to go in with this brown shade right there, and I'm going to use that to blend underneath. Make sure you shake off the excess on your brush so that you don't ruin your foundation. But I'm just going to slide this. I have some hair for my brush, but then you just want to blend this right there underneath your waterline. Don't take this too far down, and don't put too much product on your brush, especially if you've already done your foundation, because it will mess up your foundation. So just a bit, and it really adds something to your look. I feel like that's a step that makes you look like you've put a lot of effort on your eyeshadow, even if you never really put that much effort into it. And if you get some eyeshadow, I want to call them droplets, but to small powders where you have your foundation, just go in with your powder brush and lightly flick them off. Next, you want to line your bottom waterline. So for this, you can use a pencil, you can use a gel liner. I'm using a gel liner for this. This is the Inglot gel liner. I think I've shown it to you guys so many times before. That's how it looks like, together with an angled brush, and I just slide it on my bottom waterline. So whatever you're using to line your eyes, you want to take it and also go with it on this section right here on your upper waterline, and also on the inside as well. That, and then on top here. So that step is just so that it doesn't look like you remember when we were putting the lash glue, we put it from here, we didn't put it on the inner corner, so we just want to join that over there so that you can't tell where the lash is starting and where it's not there at all. And then this is just an extra step that I like to do to accentuate my eye shape, is draw a line on my inner corner so that we're giving ourselves almost like just a subtle cat eye-ish, but not really like that. I really like it. Then last but definitely not least, you want to tie the whole look together with some mascara on your bottom lashes. Now that I'm using today is the Maybelline Colossal Mascara. Guys, now tell me, lie to me actually, don't even tell me, lie to me that was not really simple. Literally 3 shades, pop on some lashes, some liner, and you're good to go. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section and I'll get back to you. I really try to get back to everyone who leaves a question on there. Our plant is alive, y'all. For everyone who's been asking updates about the plant, it is still alive, it is thriving. I think I'll show her to you guys on the next video in case you guys are curious to actually see with your own eyes. Yeah, that's it. Share it with someone who is looking to up their eyeshadow game this quarantine season. And I think that is it for this week's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new to this channel, please subscribe down below for new videos every week. Always remember to work hard and have good intentions. Until next time, bye guys.